Ministry of Interior, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Naglabas ng panuntunan para sa mga nagtatrabaho sa contracting, construction at industrial sector. Ang panuntunang ito ay inilathala sa website ng COVID-19 Awareness.sa ng Ministry of Health. Ang Google Translation ng Arabic to English ng panukalang ito ay nilathala ng Patnubay Organization sa kanilang Facebook page ng Patnubay Online. Ang Patnubay Organization ay isang advocacy group na recognized ng Malacanang. Ang panuntunan para sa mga nagtatrabaho sa contracting, construction at industrial sectors ay kasabay na inanunsyo ng Ministry of Interior ng Kaharian ng Saudi Arabia sa mga panuntunan para sa mga customers at workers ng wholesale at retail stores, commercial centers, malls at public markets noong May 26, 2020. Narito ang Google Translation ng Arabic announcement to English. Precautionary measures and preventive measures to limit the spread of the new coronavirus. An official source at the Ministry of Interior stated that based on the noble and generous order to form a committee headed by the Ministry of Interior to review the precautionary measures and preventive measures currently in place and update them continuously, so as to contribute to preserving the health and safety of the citizens and residents, the approval of His Royal Highness and the Minister of Interior was approved to adopt the procedures, precautionary and preventive measures for the wholesale and retail trade sectors, contracting and industries prepared by the committee formed with the membership of Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Human Resource and Social Development, and Ministry of Industry and Mineral Resources, according to the following formula. Precautionary measures and preventive measures for the contracting sector. Labor housing. Providing workers with a suitable housing that guarantees an area of 12 square meters. The area does not include services and benefits. Provide a suitable room to isolate any suspect case until it is dealt with by the health sector. Preventing workers from moving between other residential rooms in the housing. Use visual control, for example, badges with different colors for different groups, to limit the interaction between different groups. Designate a housing supervisor to enforce physical spacing protocols, close all non-essential shared areas, and ban all group social activities. Preventing all unauthorized visitors from entering the workers' residence. Block sharing of cutlery or other used utensils daily. Install an alarm system to remind workers to wash their hands every 30 minutes and to provide hand washing stations. Take a daily temperature test when entering or leaving the residence. Increase the number of times disinfection of common areas and surfaces and ensure the presence of a dedicated cleaner in the shared toilet for disinfection after each use. Site. All queues are clearly defined and demarcated or separated to maintain distance of at least 2 meters between workers. Designate isolation areas where workers at risk, according to the Ministry of Health guidelines, can quarantine and stay away from the other individuals. Ensure the spacing between workers for a distance of not less than 2 square meter or 2 meter when working outside, but in the case of the working in the interior, there should not be more than 1 worker per 4 square meter, and if it is not possible, then the task must be reduced and make sure that the workers wear equipment suitable protective gear. Fully utilized transportation will be cleared after each trip, not to allow employees with a temperature higher than 38 degrees Celsius to enter the site. Bus use is prohibited when transporting a potential infected individual and the use of a private or other vehicle. All employees must wear personal protective equipment at all times while working. Assign all office staff who support work on the project to work remotely. Distribution of workers to specific work areas according to the group to which they belong. Limiting free roaming between sites and communication between different groups. Reducing the capacity of buses designated for transporting workers according to the physical spacing guidelines and transport sector's protocols, leaving an empty row and not sitting in adjacent seats and wearing cloth masks. Delimiting the boundaries of delivery areas and restricting them to the recipients and distributors only. The number of persons allowed to attend meetings, informal safety meetings, and gatherings is not more than 5 and more. Preventing all non-essentials individuals from entering the site, rearranging the work site to reduce congestion areas. Lifts, winches, ladders, and other equipments. Obliging all workers not to approach the elevator, hoist except at the specified working times. Create one-way stairs. Preventing workers from standing opposite each other inside the winches. Winches drivers must wear personal protective equipment at all times while working. Reducing the number of materials that employees share or dispose of internally, such as sharing ink pens used to fill worksheets and common devices such as drinking water devices, etc. Ensure that there are trash and waste baskets at work without the need to touch them, and that waste is repeatedly collected and disposed of. All surfaces in contact with the equipment shall be purged periodically throughout the day and at the end of each shift. Provide sterilizers and require them to be used before entering and after leaving any elevator or crane. Reducing the capacity of standard indoor elevators for people including the driver. Limit capacity to 6 people for standard size external hoist of people. Materials such as Alimac or Escando 3220 including the driver. Demarcate the appropriate parking sites inside the elevators. Organize break times and lunch and open-close lunchrooms only during bad weather, such as on hot summer days. Create temporary toilets on every 5th floor of high-rise towers. Apply sequential start-end times to reduce the number of people and the time they spend using a lift. Tracking and reporting. Prepare a detailed daily record of the employee's previous travel and health status, including the list of workers in quarantine. Measuring staff temperature and referring any persons whose temperature is higher than 38 degrees Celsius to the health sector contracted by the employer to complete the necessary. Make a list of employees working together and their working time. Preparing an integrated business continuity plan to respond to partial or total closure of construction sites or in the event of severe restrictions on operations at the site. Use visual control to identify the employees who have been examined and their status, example by tracking the new QR code for all employees. Track and implement systems. Conduct mandatory health and safety training on the new coronavirus for all the workers. Perform random and scheduled audits to ensure adherence to the protocol. The frequency is determined based on the project size and scope. Urge workers to provide practical ideas in informal safety meetings to change working practices to avoid the spread of the coronavirus. Establishing instructional boards, such as building site entrances, dining halls, and rest houses, that clarify the contractor's commitment to safety, preventive measures, and developments regarding the new coronavirus. Designate protocols managers in the construction site to ensure that protocols are followed. A plaque containing the statement of the violation act shall be placed on the entrance to the facility. Please join with me on the part of this video about the procedures, precautionary, and preventive measures on the sectors of construction project sites, residentials, and commercial sites.
Sorry, it's DJ.